Welcome to Tuberchat. If you are on your way towards 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers, then you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. Thank you so much. I see that the Gaming Ham actually dropped a super chat just as we were beginning there. So for that reason, we'll make that channel the next one that we look at before I start spinning the wheel. Right now, we're looking at the Stock Explorer. This is a creator that actually has a premiere for us to watch in about 2.5 hours from now after Tuberchat. We will spend the next 2.5 hours getting as many channels on the screen as we can. The Stock Explorer has been now a longtime friend of Tuberchat, an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They happen to be a member, so we see them often. I know we have a couple of brand new channels in the chat, so I just want to make sure that everybody's able to maximize the time that you spend here in Tuberchat. We're very much focused on supporting other creators and giving much more than we expect to receive. So our moderators always take out any messages that are self-promoting. Everybody's here to work on watch hours. Everybody's here to grow their channel and meet new subscribers and things like that. So the best success here is always found in making the first move and reaching out to other creators first, showing generosity, knowing that it comes back to you. This particular live stream works almost oppositely from most of the other growth streams that are out there. There are a lot of great ones out there where you can meet lots of friends and family members. I have many friends that run growth streams, but this one here just happens to work a little bit differently. So if you are brand new to Tuberchat, I'm going to ask just for a little bit of patience. I will do some introductions in a moment, and in the meantime, our instructions are in the video description if you don't mind having a quick look at that, and we will make sure that you can meet as many friends as possible while you're here in Tuberchat today. So the Stock Explorer brings us level-headed and down-to-earth information, not just about the stock market, but also about crypto. And they get anywhere from fundamentals and terminology for beginners to advanced topics like puts, calls, and option trading, and then NFTs when it comes to crypto. And I hope that everybody can draw a little bit of inspiration and education from this creator and channel, because finance is something that we all have to deal with, especially when most of us are thinking about monetizing our YouTube channels. Wouldn't it be a wonderful world if we could maximize the impact of the income that's going to flow after monetization? So the Stock Explorer brings information in every form of content on YouTube, including shorts with bite-sized information, as well as long-form videos, some shorter tutorials, and then a lot of live streams. Now, sometimes they have graphs and charts to show us, and often they have product in hand. And they're very forthcoming about their own portfolio and their own investment choices. And then again, the idea is that we can all take inspiration and education from this creator so that we can all make the best decisions for ourselves, whether or not we intend on investing in the stock market or in the crypto markets. It's great to know what's happening over there. This creator also has a second channel called Tropical Buzz, where they are gathering different types of seeds and plants, planting them, growing them, and bringing us along for that journey. So we have much more to learn from this same creator as well. We'll get a better look at the Stock Explorer in about 2 hours from now, a little bit longer, when we go over to visit them for a premiere that they've got after Tuberchat. Now, while their premiere runs, their live chat will allow us to continue connecting and meeting new friends and family members while we're there, and leave this live stream running right up until the moment that begins. Frozball Collects is in the house. I'm just going to get them onto the wheel with bunch of other members that are here already. Michael's Adventures is in the house. This is the first time in a while we've been able to have Michael's Adventures with us for several days in a row. He'll likely be here tomorrow, at least for a little while as well. Due to a work schedule, he's not always able to be here, but always sends his regards when he can't be. Scratch and PPA, of course, a beloved and dedicated moderator, dear friend, and a shining jewel in the Tuberchat family, is also on the Wheel of Doom, along with I Am Betty J. Gathers, YouTubers, Wolfsburg Productions, my love Kristen Welton, who's here as a member and a moderator, and Charlene Heel, who has a couple of channels for us to look at as well. I noticed a couple of more super chats that had come through. Mark the Shark, thank you so much. He's done that many times before and managed to snipe the stream boss position. So I'm talking about the video game life meter under my camera there. And because he was the last one to knock the life out of our last stream boss, he will get some extra exposure for that reason. Queen's Life, thank you for your super chat as well. I really do appreciate that. And then just be mindful, everybody in the chat, even if you've been here many times before, our moderators will likely knock out a lot of messages that are self-promoting. We're all here to work on subscribers. We're all here to work on watch hours, but the best success in Tuberchat is always found in making the first move, reaching out to others with generosity to support them, knowing they'll turn around and come back to you. Now, let's see who else we have in the chat with us. Ghostly Winge is just dropping a super chat. I'm going to catch up with that in a second. Backlash Fisherman, good to see you in the house. Craig's Outdoor Adventures. Yeah, unfortunately, typing on a phone is just typing on a phone. There's no easy way to do it, especially on iOS. If anybody comes up with a faster way to do it, then please let me know. I know that trying to get Tuberchat Connect and grow any attention in the chat can be tough. That's why I ask everybody to give 3 thumbs up if you want to ask me a question or a comment that you need me to see. ALOT is in the house. That's the second channel from ProTech Sports Network. Experience Africans, good to see you back in the house again today. Facing Reality is a dear friend who spreads a lot of positivity and motivation. Happylistic Kitchen is somebody who's always smiling and bringing happiness to everybody around them. Infor Media Live, good to see you back in the house. John Paul is an 8-year veteran of YouTube. Garden Table with Heather Lynn comes to us from the homesteading community. Mean Tea is the son, actually, of Queen's Life. We'll look at their channel quickly after Queen's Life in another moment. Naquanda M, good to see you back in the house. Northeast England Railway Clips is another channel with a fairly long name, but it will roll off my tongue after another short period. So thank you for being here again. The Bud Files is here with us almost every day. The Weightlifting Geek I managed to catch earlier as well. And we do have a brand new channel in the house. Trendy Lemon Fan 2, Road to 165. Good to see you in the house. And I thought we had another couple of brand new channels in the chat, so they may have gone already, or they might be watching or lurking or letting us run in the background. I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend here, even if you're just coming by to give that thumbs up. The Gaming Ham brings us gameplay, usually with Mass Effect, but they bring out different games as well, and they mix things up in that way. And hopefully everybody will enjoy that. But this creator is also an advocate for the amateur radio community, lovingly known as Ham Radio. And therefore, the name is The Gaming Ham. So I hope everybody will connect with them. They have been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter ever since finding Tuberchat a few months ago. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. Next, we're going to look at Mark the Shark. Thank you one more time, The Gaming Ham and Mark the Shark, as well as Queen's Life for your super chats. I really do appreciate those. I'm going to catch up on a couple more right now. Jeffrey's Angel just dropped one on us. And thank you for the kind words. I really do appreciate that. And I think right before that was when Ghostly Winds dropped one. He's done that many times before as well. He's been a longtime friend. Yes, Ghostly Winds always has the most creative things to say when it comes to the Wheel of Doom. And I do appreciate it very much. When you engage conversation in any chat, you're doing the host, whether it's a premiere or a live stream, a great service. Chris's Clever Craft, I've got you on the wheel right now, and I was just about to miss Faye Blatcher. I'm going to get her onto the wheel as well. These are both members. And we always put the members on the wheel right away. But the wheel and the screen are open to everybody. You do not have to super chat. You do not have to be a member. We just speed things up by putting super chatters on the screen right away and members on the wheel right away. Angels, I think I can. Good to see you in here as well. I believe that's the second channel from Jeffrey's Angel. Let me know if I'm wrong about that. Pull My Pork Barbecue, good to see you here. Fatima Atuna, good to have you back in the house. And thank you for the kind words. I do appreciate that. Forgive me for anything I have missed in the chat. If anybody's mentioned a question or a comment that you meant for me to see that I missed, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Hilda DC is here. She's a member of our moderator squad. I'm going to get her onto the wheel right now. Geeky Girls Journal, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Mark the Shark brings us pure variety on his channel, both indoors and outdoors. He plays a little bit of online poker, and in the last few months has had a large litter of puppies, and we've been able to watch these grow. So I hope everybody will check that out. He brings us both short videos, official YouTube shorts, as well as longer form videos, and again, both indoors, outdoors, sometimes on the water as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. And Mark the Shark is now our stream boss for the time being. So we'll get a little bit of extra exposure there with 288 subscribers. Hopefully we can push him a little bit closer to the 300 he's thinking about. Thank you one more time for that super chat. And Queen's Life, thank you for yours as well. I really do appreciate that extra support. Derek's Journey is in the house, and they happen to be a member as well, so we're getting them onto the wheel. And Northeast England Railway Clips. Oh, I am. I'm always having a good day. I'm always happy when I'm here. Northeast England Railway Clips. I actually love doing this, so I'm always happy. But thank you for mentioning that. Hopefully you're having a great day too. And then Angels, I Think I Can, yes, is another channel connected to Jeffrey's Angels. So hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Queen's Life is bringing us pure variety on their channel. Hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. They're here with us every day. They're actually close to 2,000 subscribers right now, even though we don't have a sub count on this channel. Anybody can reach out to me anytime. On Instagram is where I'm most active, but then as well with Facebook or Twitter occasionally. And I love talking YouTube. It doesn't have to be questions. It can be if there's something you think I can help with, but I'm always happy to hear lessons learned along the way and observations both inside and outside of Tuberchat that can help everybody with their YouTube journey. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with Queen's Life. And now we're looking at Mean Tea. This is Queen's Life's son. They have an official artist channel. They've been working on a lot of hip-hop music lately, and I've listened to a bit of this. Hopefully everybody will enjoy that also. And these two creators, of course, are found together. I always find it to be a very special thing when we have anybody that's in real life, friends or family, supporting each other online. And in this case, it's a mother-son combo with separate channels. I'm just reading your name there. I think it's the Rose Life, right? DP sent you. Thank you so much. The Rose Life is in the house. It's good to see you here, and hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Thank you one more time, Queen's Life, for your super chat. Ghostly Winds dropped one on us also, so we're putting that channel up right now. Before we get back to spinning the wheel, they've done that many times before, and Ghostly Winds always has incredibly creative things to say about the Wheel of Doom. They bring a lot of fun into the chat, but Ghostly Winds is a special friend and creator in my own YouTube journey. You wonder to yourself who's still going to be with you a year or 2 years down the road. Now, Ghostly Winds has been with Tuberchat well over a year. It's probably getting beyond a year and a half now, or pretty close to it. But sometimes you will find people who go over and above when it comes to supporting you and bringing you observations that they see both in and out of your channel in the YouTube streets. And, you know, you have people who truly have your back. And Ghostly Winds is one of these creators to me. They go way over and above when it comes to showing generosity beyond the typical things that we usually see here on YouTube. I can see I'm way behind with their channel already. They've been posting frequently again, but I'm just going to take your latest latest video, add it into my catch-up list. That will help me to get caught up, make sure I don't fall too far behind. And Ghostly Wins now has over 700 subscribers. They've got it locked in with about 705. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 800 they'll be thinking about soon enough. Philip Lemon is in the house. Spiky, good to see you back in the house as well. Outdoors with Big Matt. Lots of people have great things to say about you. I run into people mentioning, so I run into Outdoors with Big Matt on other channels regularly, but then as well, lots of people are just, he's building up quite a reputation as both a supporter and a moderator. So it's great to have you here again. Tristan Bell, good to see you in the house. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And if anybody in the house is willing to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. As well, Ghostly Wins, you'll notice from their banner, has a Sega and Nintendo logo here with... I think that's Pikachu and Sonic, right? And they play a lot of retro games. But what's interesting, myself personally, I grew up with this stuff, literally with Sega and Nintendo. And they still are able to introduce me to many different games that I hadn't seen before. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. Ghostly Wins is the kind of creator who can draw you in with their excitement while they're playing as well. Time really flies when I follow that creator. So, Miracle Motivates, good to see you here. And next we're looking at Jeffrey's Angel. So thank you one more time, Jeffrey's Angel and Ghostly Wins, for your super chats. I really do appreciate that extra support. For that reason, we're looking at these channels right away. We'll get back to spinning the wheel shortly. Jeffrey's Angel has just over 1,000 subscribers now, with about 1,030. So they got it nice and locked in there. They've got momentum pushing them towards 1,100. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther as well. Creepypasta Pikachu. My goodness. And I'm just going to take one of your latest videos, because Jeffrey's Angel is somebody I'm still getting to know. So I'm going to take their latest video, add it into my catch-up list. That will help me to get caught up and make sure I don't fall behind. I'm going to show you their second channel, and let me find it again. I think it's Angels I Think I Can. And we'll have a look at this channel as well. And this is one that I'm not yet connected to. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. But what I'm going to do is take one of your videos. I'll take this 19-minute one. I'm going to add this into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is, after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list and watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of your video. I will give you a thumbs up, of course, and subscribe and turn your notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick. And then hopefully you're subscribed to Tuberchat as well and have our notification bell on with this channel. So that you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. All Things J is here, and the Rose Life just dropped a super chat on us as well. So we're actually going to look at the Rose Life right now. And again, this is a brand new connection for Tuberchat today. So let's have a look at what they've got on their channel. Now, again, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. We can see that they're mixing up the content with both videos and shorts here. But what I'm going to do is find one of your videos. Even your latest one will be good. That's got over 10 minutes for me. I'm going to add that into my watch later list. And again, what that will allow me to do is, after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on. That should make our connection stick. And then hopefully you're subscribed to Tuberchat as well, and you have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. I'm going to show you another channel right now, A-L-O-T. Now, forgive me, I missed your super chat flying through the chat. I don't know how I did that. I was just talking too much, I guess. And forgive me for that, but that's ProTech Sports Network with a second channel. Let's see if I can catch their channel easier. I'm going to catch ProTech Sports Network first. They're a longtime friend of Tuberchat, an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And they've got two channels. I'll show you both of them. It's easier for me to find ProTech Sports Network quickly. They've already got well over 2,100 subscribers over here, and they're fully monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get over there. Nina Bella, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here, and everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. You know, we talk about, I mentioned earlier about the idea of, you know, you meet friends and other creators, other YouTubers who are going to have your back because they know what things are like on YouTube and they see different things that you might miss. This applies very much to moderators as well. Now, most of us already know that Scratch and PPA is definitely a shining jewel, to say the least, in the Tuberchat family. He's a dear friend and somebody who's built up an incredible reputation as both a moderator and supporter to now hundreds, if not thousands, of channels, right? But you can see here in Tuberchat, there are many more mistakes that I make than most people probably notice, but Scratch and PPA truly has my back and is able to catch that. Many other moderators do as well, but just in this particular case, Scratch and PPA caught that super chat that I had missed. Now, when somebody's supporting your channel, especially financially, you want to make sure that you recognize that, right? One of the things that is not very fun is when somebody gives you a super chat and then gets no recognition for it until possibly after. So thank you, Scratch and PPA, for catching that again. And ProTech Sports Network, like I said, has been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for a long time with both channels. Now, I'm just going to take your latest video here and add this into my catch-up list to make sure I don't fall behind with your main channel. But when we come down here, we see A-L-O-T. Now, I couldn't find this very easily. You have to notice the spelling on this. There's A-L-O-T with dots in the middle, but not one at the end. But it didn't come up for me right away. So I usually don't drop links, but I'm going to do it right now. Bottissimo should be dropping a link every time somebody drops a super chat, but we'll see if that's actually working. It should be. Let's get ALOT a link there if anybody wanted to connect with them. And I'm just going to take another video from your second channel. I thought I was caught up with you. I thought I just ran into you, but maybe I'm mistaken. Time seems to fly, right? And they're posting frequently, but hopefully I'll get over there, because as a matter of fact, this creator on ProTech Sports Network does a lot of sports talk, particularly with football, of course, and a lot of other friends that they have brought to Tuberchat are still with us occasionally to this day. But on ALOT, he tends to do a little bit more storytelling as well, and I've hung out with him on a couple of live streams over there and was able to go through some history about sports injuries and things like that. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. I'm going to spin the wheel now. We'll get another channel up. But thank you again, ALOT, my dear friend, for another super chat. I really do appreciate that extra support. You've all knocked a little bit of life off of our stream boss. Chris's Clever Craft is coming up right now. We'll see what he's got going on. Chris's Clever Craft brings fun everywhere he goes. This is somebody who always engages conversation in the chat. When you do that, you're really doing a great service for the host, whether it's in a premiere or a live stream. Beyond the typical, hellos and small talk that we all engage in, when you start getting into ideas and enticing conversation, bringing up ideas, whether they're questions or statements, that can really help. And Chris's Clever Craft does this all the time. Patch the Retro Gamer, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming back in. I can't for the life of me remember who came in yesterday and said that they had come from your channel, or they left me a comment. It was one or the other. Pardon me. I just need a quick second. I'll be right back. Patch the Retro Gamer's been a longtime friend of Tuberchat. Jamie Hart, good to see you back in the house. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Chris's Clever Craft has a lot of featured channels here on their front page. When you feature channels that way, you're saying to the YouTube algorithm and to your audience that those channels are worthy of being featured by you. And then when some of those channels hopefully feature you in return, they're saying to their audience in the YouTube algorithm that your channel is worthy of being featured by them. So you can imagine the impact that that has both on your audiences and on the YouTube algorithm when your channel is featured on so many other creators' front pages. So I recommend it for anybody that's willing to do it. And if you have, it's a great way to trade favors and get a friendship started. But if you have featured Tuberchat on your front page, just please make sure that I know so I can return the favor, because I absolutely do that. When we talk about Chris's Clever Craft, he's right now just getting dangerously close to the 500 mark, and I'm sure everybody here is excited for Chris's Clever Craft to hit that milestone so he can get his community tab up and running. This is a creator who puts a lot of focus on others. As you can see, he's made a special video just for Scratch and Pete there, talking about watch hours. Scratch and PPA is almost at 1,100 subscribers already, so we just want to push him along. But Chris's Clever Craft has been a great help in that way and does that for many creators. He has an interesting property and brings us both indoors and outdoors, sometimes just for a look around, often for do-it-yourself videos, and is a great storyteller as well, and is in the middle of a project right now where they're trading some favors, which is really great, and I think everybody can take some inspiration from this. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with Chris's Clever Craft. He brings fun and comedy everywhere he goes and is an incredibly supportive creator. I run into him constantly when I'm out bouncing in between premieres and live streams supporting others myself. So when we click on his top channel there on his front page, we see Phasmonut. This is where he's playing a video game called Phasmophobia. We're following along that storyline. And he's got 36 subscribers over here, so we'd love to push him a little bit farther. And then he's got a third channel. We have yet to see what is going to come from this, but he's already got 16 subscribers over there. We'd love to push him a little bit closer to the 20 he's probably thinking about. And we'll be looking forward to a second video from Tip the Table. Professional Paranormal Research, good to see you back in the house again today. Thanks for coming in. Holy smokes. Every day, I promise you, my voice and throat are fine until I sit down to do Tuberchat, and then everything just breaks loose, and I find myself having to clear my throat a million times. I got these bad allergies, but our weather where I am is just atrocious the last little while. Not that I want to speak negatively, but I live close to Niagara Falls in Canada. It's about an hour and a half away from Toronto, but we have the climate that includes all four seasons. We get winter, we get a short spring, a short fall, and a decent-sized summer. But right now, the weather is literally havoc. It could go from freezing rain one day to almost summer t-shirt weather the next day and things like that. It's been better for a couple of days now, but it's just between the hot, the cold, the dry, the wet, it's kind of driving us all a bit nuts. So hopefully my voice will hold itself together for another hour and a half or so, and we will go and see a premiere from the Stock Explorer, actually. We got another new channel in the house. Thank you for coming in. The Artist44, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect. So please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. TCG fam, good to see you in the house. Another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Faye Blatcher is up here right now. So she happens to be a member. We had put her on the wheel right away. And spun, and of course she came up. She's already got well over 2,400 subscribers. I see that Mrs. VSNC09 is here, and they happen to be a member as well, so I'll get them onto the wheel right away. And Faye Blatcher brings us pure variety, but a lot of beauty tutorials or beauty product reviews. Hopefully everybody will enjoy that, and she is an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, somebody who also engages conversation when supporting others, and I run into her regularly when I'm bouncing in between premieres and live streams. Jabby's Treasures, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And we're going to get to spinning the wheel again. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope that you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded when I'm on a phone from time to time. And let's... Oh, the next channel is going to be Kristen Welton. I don't know why I couldn't copy and paste there, but that's okay. My Peaceful Moment, good to see you in the house. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Kristen Welton just put out a brand new video yesterday. She usually puts out videos on Tuesdays and Saturdays. She has her own channel. She's doing her own thing. She happens to be my love. We live together, like I said, in close to Niagara Falls in Canada. And what you'll notice on her channel over the last long while is that she's put a lot of focus on presentation and branding, both with her thumbnails, banner, avatar, with everything matching. The way that that can pay off is in the idea that if somebody has seen a video that they've enjoyed from this creator, and another video from this creator is presented to them in some way afterwards, they may be inclined, if they recognize the branding and the thumbnail style, to click on that video before any other, even if they're looking for something else. So this is something you have to make a decision on for yourself on your own channel. Do you want your thumbnails to be different for every video that you put out? Do you want to have similarities like what Kristen Welton is doing here and a lot of other creators do? Or do you want your thumbnails to be almost identical? And Scratch and PPA, when we look at that channel later, you'll see does an interesting job of getting the in-between on the similar and the identical. And I'll talk more about it when we get to his channel. But it's a decision to be made, right? Your analytics can tell you, especially in your click-through rate, how your thumbnails and titles are doing. But I'm just going to take her latest video. She put this out right as Tuberchat started yesterday, so I haven't had a chance to see it yet, but I'm just putting it in my catch-up list, and that will help me stay caught up. Like I said, she's fully monetized, lots of ways to support her when you get there, including super chats and memberships. You're getting an idea of what I'm talking about with all these thumbnails being so similar. And she's had some great success with shorts videos as well, with hitting almost 20,000 and almost 30,000 views, and then as well a lot of lifestyle videos on this channel and collaborations with other creators, including live streams. So hopefully we'll see some more of those in the not too distant future as well. She stole my thunder. Not sure if I welcomed you earlier. Carpenter Self-Reliance, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Mrs. VSNC09 is coming up in a second. I'm just going to skip the wheel and put a channel up on the screen right now, because this is pretty interesting. The Artist 44 is here. I think it might be their first time on the screen, but they just put a video out for Tuberchat right now. I'm just going to give that, it's a short video, but I'm just going to give it its first view right now, as a matter of fact, but I thought that was really cool. I'm going to add this into a shout out shelf that I have on our front page. But thank you for doing that. I really do appreciate that, especially I see you put a handful of work into that, so thank you for that. Let me go back to the page and see if I can add this. It's a little bit different how these work, I guess. It's not as easy. I haven't tried to do this before, I don't think. add this into a playlist. I may or may not be able to do that. I'll have to do it after. I've already made myself a note. I literally write my notes down on pen and paper, but I've made myself a note to remember that video so that hopefully I can add that onto our front page, because I always put shout-out videos, whether they're about Tuberchat or whether they're including a lot of other creators with Tuberchat. They're always on our front page. You can see a lot of those, and I do appreciate that extra support from everybody who's made those. So, Mrs. VSNC09 is coming up next, but the Artist44, thank you so much for that generosity, and hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. I'm going to look at Mrs. VSNC09 right now. Panama City, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming back in. And when we look at Mrs. VSNC09, we see an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, somebody who's with us every single day. They've got well over 2,200 subscribers now. They're well on their way towards 2,400. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. You can see they put a lot of focus on others with their featured channels here, and they're fully monetized. Lots of ways to support them when we get there, including super chats and memberships. They are bringing us videos, streams, and shorts, so we get all three types of content from this creator. And then as well, they stream frequently. Now, more than half of the content on their channel revolves around the royal family. What you'll find is that when they're live streaming in particular, they have a very engaged live stream with great conversation. And Mrs. VSNC09 does a great job of leading and anchoring that conversation because of their knowledge about that topic. So it's really something to see and hear, to be honest with you. I hope everybody will connect with Mrs. VSNC09 for that reason, so that you can see what I'm talking about and hopefully take inspiration in the format that they're using, because it seems to be very effective, and they're climbing rapidly for that reason. So I'm going to spin the wheel. Again, we'll get another channel up here. If anybody has the ability to share this live stream out right now, whether it's on a community tab here on YouTube or on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate that greatly. It helps get a couple more people into Tuberchat right now, and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther, not just today, but in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead. Scratch and PPA is coming up right now. So I'm just going to touch on the idea of this branding and presentation again, because Mrs. VSNC09 is doing something along those lines as well. We looked at Kristen Welton's channel. She has a pink background, and the thumbnails are similar, whereas Mrs. VSNC09 has done a job similar with different series of videos where each series has a different type of thumbnail, all similar, and obviously purple is a big color for them, but that can really be helpful. Now, I'm going to show you Scratch and PPA, who just came up off of the wheel. He's been on there for a little while. Scratch and PPA is a dear friend and a beloved and dedicated moderator here in Tuberchat. He has been for a very long time, almost from the beginning, as a matter of fact. He's only ever missed one Tuberchat episode that I can remember in the last year and a half or longer, and that was only to get his internet fixed that day. Scratch and PPA has almost 1,100 subscribers. Like I said, we've seen this number climb already after he passed the 1,000. He's got his premiere set. I thought I set the reminder on that yesterday, but I must have not. I must have been talking too much. Scratch and PPA always sets his premieres around Saturday, and they run every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern. Now, when you look at these thumbnails, and I'm going to go to the 2022 Scratch Challenge, even though the thumbnails are very similar to 2021, and you get an idea of how these are a cross between what I'm talking about with the last two channels that we saw and the fact that their thumbnails are similar, whereas Scratch and PPA does a different kind of job. You would almost like to say that his thumbnails are identical with only a color change, but there's obviously a lot more to that. There's a lot of thought that's gone into this, because when we look at these thumbnails, we see the lottery scratch tickets that are going to be featured, and he does a great job of accenting the different tickets that are coming up by matching colors. Therefore, the thumbnails look similar but not identical. But the second you see that, you know what it is. And to anybody that hasn't already seen Scratch and PPA but is interested in lottery scratch tickets, they will probably be drawn right away, knowing subconsciously that so much effort has been put into the thought behind these thumbnails that the video has to be professional. And then they'll be pleasantly, I don't want to say surprised, because they won't be surprised. It's just they'll be pleased when they get there, because we all who follow Scratch and PPA knows how much work he puts into his videos as well. Oracles and Beyond, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I joined them for a live stream earlier today. Doing Better with Mariah, good to see you back in the house. Silent Silver, good to see you back. Thank you for coming in. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. So Scratch and PPA puts these premieres out every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern. What you're going to find, if you can join us for that, is one of the fastest running chats that you've ever seen on YouTube. Faster than Tuberchat, faster than most others. And that's because he's so unbelievably supportive to other creators that all of that support comes back in a 10-minute span during these premieres on Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern, all at once. And it's very fast-paced, very high energy, a lot of fun to be a part of. And this is due to, first of all, the support that he gives to others, but as well, the excitement in his video series, because he's managed to make it interactive. And what I mean by that is, if you follow Scratch and PPA on Instagram, Twitter, and or Facebook, you get the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video if you join on those other social networks and follow the cues when he puts the polls out to take your votes. And it's really cool. That sets his series apart, makes it unique, and a lot of fun to be a part of as well. So I hope you will join us this Tuesday for his premiere. I miss almost none of them. And you will see some members of the Tuberchat family over there, but you will have an opportunity to meet a lot more friends and family, because he's built up quite a audience and reputation, like I said. Geo's Vlogs H-Town, good to see you in the house. You recognize Geo from the Drop the Link Day crew. And she's here in Tuberchat frequently. She is another creator who's incredibly knowledgeable when it comes to YouTube. She has a team surrounding her, and they're all interested in helping everybody grow their channels, improve their videos, and meet more friends and family members. Pardon me. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. If anybody hasn't already connected with Scratch and PPA, I hope that you will. I know we have a few brand new channels in the chat today. We always do. There's usually anywhere from 5 to 10, some days more than others. But the best success here in Tuberchat is always found in reaching out to other creators, making the first move, supporting them via the instructions that you find in our video description, and then they will turn around and do the same thing for you. Kelly ASMR Eats, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. It's time for me to get some names on the wheel from our chat list. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. And Wolfsburg Productions is here with 265 subscribers. We got a great look at this channel yesterday because they did a live stream right after Tuberchat where we were able to see a taste test in some new Pepsi products. And Wolfsburg Productions does a lot of fun things like that, but they actually have a pure variety channel. They are a truck driver. They take us on their routes. They take us to many destinations. They give us a great look at the creator behind the channel and their home life. They do well with series of videos, and they collaborate with others when they can. Garden to Table with Heather Lynn. Good to see you in the house. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. I certainly don't mean to. And then Wolfsburg Productions as well has some featured channels listed here with some friends that we recognize. Brenda Davis, of course, Froggy Went to Knitting, and Sparkle's Hope Chest, who happens to be mom to Wolfsburg Productions in real life. We always see these creators together. It's always a special thing to me when I see in real life friends or family supporting each other, because the number one complaint that I get from creators on YouTube is, why is it so difficult to get my in real life friends and family to follow my YouTube channel and support my videos when it's so easy to find people on YouTube who are willing to do it? And it's a paradox. It makes me shake my head every day, I promise. It's the same for most of us. But that's what makes it extra special when we see these family combos that come through. Like, for instance, we have Queen's Life and Meanty, who are here just about every day. Wolfsburg Productions and Sparkle's Hope Chest are here just about every day as well. Now, it's interesting also to notice that both of these creators run different channels that bring us pure variety in different styles. But they collaborate when they can. It is a mother-daughter combo, so if they have an opportunity to be together, they get together. But they do run their channels separately, and it's great to see. Sparkle's Hope Chest also does well with a separate series of videos. Most notably is this Motel Life series, where we get a great look at the creator and their home life and some life changes that they've been through in the last few months, and I really enjoy it. Blue House Travels, good to see you in the house. That's the second channel from Social Couplepreneur. And Khalid Delicious Food is in the house. Always good to see you. Pardon me for a second again. Derek's Journey is coming up right now. This is a creator that wants to motivate us with fitness. The Stock Explorers in the house. We looked at that channel when we started the stream today, because we're going to go and get an even better look at their channel in about an hour and a half when we go to watch a premiere that they've got with some stock information for us. Derek's Journey has over 1,300 subscribers, now well on the way towards 1,400. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. You'll see that this is another creator who shows generosity. They've got a lot of featured channels here on their front page again. They're fully monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there, and you can see that they're very active on the other social networks, particularly Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, which we talk about the most here. For anybody who hasn't already seen them, we have a Facebook group where anybody's free to share their videos. We have a Twitter list so that anybody who tweets or retweets for Tuberchat gets added into that list. You might find some more friends to trade favors with on Twitter from that. We also have a subreddit where you can share your videos, and it's very fast and easy to do that over there. And then on Instagram, I just simply put out a post and a story on the days that we stream, but I do appreciate anybody sharing. So if you have the ability to share on any of those networks, I'll appreciate it greatly. So Derek's Journey, again, likes to motivate us with health and fitness more than anything else, puts out a lot of challenges that translate into collaborations with a lot of other creators. I'm just going to take your latest video and add it into my catch-up list. Again, Derek's Journey also gives us an incredible look at the creator behind the channel and their home life. You can see that in a lot of their thumbnails here, where they have a lot of family adventures that they either do or go on together, and I always enjoy that myself. Courtney Shanice Reviews, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. I certainly don't mean to. It's time for me to get some names onto our wheel from our chat list, so I'm going to do that right now. And we'll see what I can come up with. The wheel is run by a robot that I use called Botissimo. You recognize it because it's in the chat leaving messages and especially welcoming newcomers to the Tuberchat family. But it also does a fantastic job. It's a paid service for this robot, but it does a great job of keeping statistics, not just how long everybody's here, but how active they've been in the chat as well. It goes far beyond simple emojis and, you know, thumbs up and things like that. It kind of, I don't know if it's character counting or what it's doing, but it's more like keeping track almost of conversation so that we can get an idea of who's been most active and most supportive of each other. And in that order, the channels are added to the wheel and eventually the screen. So let's spin right now. I've got Facing Reality on there, along with Northeast England Railway Clips and Craig's Outdoor Adventures. We'll get some more names on there as we need them. Backlash Fisherman was live this morning. Good to see you in the house. And then, yeah, the Artist 44. I put your channel up on the screen earlier and talked about that video that you made. Thank you for that. I see you put a handful of work into that, so I really do appreciate that from you. And Craig's Outdoor Adventures is coming up. Khalid Delicious Food will always say lots of positive things in the chat. And I can't help but smile and sometimes laugh because Khalid Delicious Food is so unbelievably positive in an energetic way. But I absolutely do appreciate it because they spread all kinds of positivity when they're here, and they can't always be here. Our time zones are way, way, way off. So Craig's Outdoor Adventures, of course, is going to bring us on outdoor adventures of different kinds. And they're here not only in Tuberchat almost every day, but I run into them every day supporting other creators as well. They're incredibly supportive. So we can see that they have mixed up the videos. Let me just double check if you've live streamed and I'm forgetting already. Maybe live streaming, they have, not for a while. Maybe live streaming will be something that will come up again, but as well, they've got a lot of shorts videos here as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. I'm just going to take your latest video, add it into my catch-up list. That will help me stay caught up. Oh, almost. There it is, yes. Make sure I don't fall too far behind. And hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with Craig's Outdoor Adventures. Like I said, they're incredibly supportive. They've been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter to Tuberchat for a while now. Thank you, Khalid Delicious Food. I always appreciate your positivity. The Love Empire is in the house. Good to see you here. Faye Blatcher. Did we look at this channel already? Yeah, we did. I was talking about it. I forgot to take Faye Blatcher off the wheel. It's already time for me to get some more names on the wheel. Dory UG Media, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming back in. I'm going to get Northeast England Railway clips up onto the screen, and then I'll get some more names from our chat list onto our Wheel of Doom. Members, of course, get added onto the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, but I don't think I've missed anybody. Northeast England Railway clips, I thought I already connected to you, so forgive me for being mistaken about that. This is the first time we're putting this channel on the screen, so I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. But what I'm going to do is take one of your videos. I'm going to take the longest one I can find here. This is what we have to do if a creator does not have videos that are longer than 3 minutes. What I would recommend is taking the longest video you can find and then possibly a couple of other ones. So I'll take this one here. I'm going to add this into a separate playlist called Catch Up. And this will just give YouTube a bit of an extra engagement signal to say, hey, I enjoyed this creator's content so much that I went back for another couple of videos already. But what I'll do is I'll take that first video that I put, this 10 subscriber special, into my watch later list. I'll go through that list after the live stream today. I will leave a meaningful, genuine comment while I watch that video in full. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, turn your notification bell on as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and I will run those extra 2 videos today in the next 24 hours as well. Hopefully you're subscribed to Tuberchat and you have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. I forgot to put the Weightlifting Geek on the wheel. The Weightlifting Geek happens to be a member, but they got that with a separate account. You know how sometimes you start a YouTube channel, it's in another account. So I overlooked it. If I make that mistake, please don't be shy to give me a nudge and just let me know, because I'd rather make the mistake of doing something twice than not doing it where possible. Geeky Girls Journal is now on the wheel. And Naquanda M will come onto the wheel as well. If anybody in the house is willing to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. I wonder if that's Dr. Comps HD. Forgive me if I'm making a mistake with that name, but they're brand new here in Tuberchat. The RV DJ, good to see you here. For anybody that is brand new, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody here is willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Jamie Hart has just become a member to Tuberchat, so I'm going to take your channel and add it onto the wheel right now. What that means is that your channel from now on will be added to the wheel as soon as I see you in the chat every day that you're here. And I have to get everybody to pardon me, my internet seems to be choking and is just dragging a little bit here while I arrange my windows. I'm going to get you to pardon me just for a quick second. Kid Wonders Gaming and Live Stream is here. And happens to be a member with 2 different channels, as a matter of fact. So I'm going to get them up in another moment as well. They're on the wheel now. We're going to talk about Hilda DC in just a moment. Actually, you know what we're going to do? I'm going to take a couple of minutes. Usually I don't do this. I'm going to take a couple of minutes because we've been on for an hour right now. We will be back in 3 minutes, and then we'll get back to talking about Hilda DC, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. Alright, we're back. We're looking at Hilda DC. Outlaw Creative is back in the house. Good to see you here. I'm not sure if you meant you're passing through quickly, but I do appreciate every moment everybody spends, even if you're just coming by to say hello or give a thumbs up. So thank you for that. I think I missed a new channel coming into the chat. Sweet Arts Custom Creations, I think, has been here before, but it's good to have you back. So thank you for coming in. Burundian Traveler, I think we've seen that channel before too. Forgive me if I'm mistaken. Hopefully for anybody that is brand new, you feel welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. I see that Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder dropped a highlighted milestone message through the chat as well. Those are available to anybody who is a member on any channel where they are enabled. And the cool thing about them is that you get one of those as a member every month for free. It doesn't cost any extra money, but it looks like a super chat and it's colored green for the member. So it's really cool. Helps you get a message across as well. And Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder, I do appreciate the kind words, so thank you for that. He's been a dear friend for a long time. We'll talk about his 4 channels when we get him up from the wheel. He's on there now. Hilda DC is a member of our moderator squad. She is a very much loved and well-respected creator. And she, much like what I had described earlier with Scratch and Pete, has an incredibly fast-paced and high-energy live chat every time she premieres or live streams. And she typically posts every day, whether it's a stream or a premiere. So hopefully everybody will enjoy following her. We don't have a sub count, but we know she's fully monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships, as you can see. And she, more than often than anything else, is producing content that brings us almost like a mukbang challenge cross, where she's bringing us a lot of different types of foods in challenges and taste tests and things of that nature. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. She does a lot more variety on her channel, mixed in as well, and a lot of random live streams where she has other people come up on panel with her. She's willing to go up with other people as well. I'm always happy to see creators collaborate. She's been a dear friend and part of our moderator squad for a long time. She also does a lot of shorts, as you can see, and gets a bit of action on these as well. One of the things you'll notice about her content is that she is constantly putting forth positive affirmations, both herself and in special effects in her videos and premieres, and it makes it a pleasure to be with Hilda DC for her content. So I hope everybody will connect with her and see what I'm talking about. Not to mention she's incredibly supportive of so many other creators. So facing reality, yeah, my internet looked like it was choking a little bit earlier. Hopefully it's going to hold itself together. Facing Reality is a longtime dear friend of Tuberchat. She's been on the wheel for a while today as well. Let's spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. And it looks like it's going to be the Weightlifting Geek. Again, this is another creator who happens to be a member, but they had got it on another account, so I overlooked the idea of adding them onto the wheel. But luckily, the wheel was in their favor today, and didn't make them wait too long once I got it on there. Happalistic Kitchen is still in the house, and the Weightlifting Geek has 677 subscribers right now, so they're climbing along nicely. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 700 that they're thinking about. It's great to see they've had their community tab for a while there. They've got a second channel here called the Relax Joe ASMR. I'll leave it to you to explore that when you're there. ASMR is obviously a monster category on YouTube and has been for a long time, so it's great to see we've got another channel in that genre here. And when we go back to the Weightlifting Geek, I'm still getting to know this creator, but it's very obvious they're trying to motivate us with positivity and health. And then today I caught them on a where did your live stream go? It wasn't this, was it? It wasn't. I thought I caught them just this morning. Maybe it was yesterday. And it was funny because they said they took the day off from the gym to go and play pool. And I said, don't worry, you're not the only one. But that's okay. So it's great to see fun in creators in this way. I'm still getting to know the Weightlifting Geek, but they bring us a very positive attitude. Hopefully you'll enjoy that after you connect with them. If anybody in the house has not already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope that you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other a thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded, especially when I'm on a phone from time to time. So the next channel that we're looking at right now is Charlene Heel, and with 722 subscribers, I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther on that road towards 800. Charlene Heel is with us almost every day. She is a powerhouse of energy and positivity and motivation. On her channel, in her videos, she's going to talk about natural healing, coaching, and transformation, both in the form of videos, live streams, and shorts. And then when we get to her second channel, we're going to see business, services, and opportunities. Where she's going to bring us the same motivation and positivity with the bonus of being able to find opportunities to build wealth. So I'm looking forward to that from Charlene Heel as well. She's got 119 subscribers on her second channel. I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther towards the 200 that she's soon going to be thinking about. So I'm going to spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. Timmy Ray the King, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, the viewers go up and down. At some point earlier, I thought we got close to 40, but it moves up and down because we're usually here for 2.5 hours, right? And I can never get a handle on exactly what makes it go up and down when it does. But a lot of it is sharing, right? So when we ask, I'll ask right now, but when we ask as hosts for people to share our content out, it really does have effect. So we'll see if anything happens right now. My screen says there's 28 watching. We're going to look at I Am Betty J Gathers right now, happens to be a member as well. But if anybody in the house has the ability to share this stream right now, then I'll appreciate it greatly, whether it's on your community tab here on YouTube or on Facebook in a group or on your profile or on Twitter, or even if you want to tweet or retweet for Tuberchat, or in Reddit. We have a subreddit there. Everybody's free to share their videos there. There's other places you can do that as well. And of course, Instagram is something that's a little more difficult to share a lot of different things. Now, stories have been opened up so everybody can add links to stories now, and that's been a great help. But I also noticed that one of our dear friends, Palettes, Pouts, Perfumes, and Panning, has been doing some sharing for creators, and it takes great effort because they have to cut their own kind of screenshot to post, and they go through all that work to do that, for which I'm grateful. But if anybody has the ability to share right now, we'll see if that's going to have the effect that we hope that it does. But it seems to me that it usually does over time. And I Am Betty J Gathers is here with 205 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 300 that they're thinking about. I Am Betty J Gathers is bringing us pure variety, but trying to motivate us with healthy living. And talking a lot about weight loss lately, intermittent fasting, and things of that nature. Stroud Gang, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Forgive me for not welcoming you a moment ago when I saw you come in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. We can see that I Am Betty J Gathers is also doing a lot of featured channels here with some familiar faces. All of these creators in the top row are family members here in the Tuberchat family. So I'm always happy to see that, but that's a great way to trade favors and get a friendship started with other creators. So if anybody here in the house right now is willing to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Pull My Pork Barbecue is coming up on the wheel right now. She Stole My Thunder will come up. I think I had Naquanda M on there already, and John Paul. And I'll get some more names as we need them. I have a feeling I didn't refresh my page I will refresh and make sure that we're ready in another few moments. I always move a little bit faster when we're in the second half of the live stream. We're just about there now. We still got a long way to go. We can stay well over an hour if everybody would like. After Tuberchat today, we've got a premiere from the Stock Explorer. We're going to visit them for the first time for a raid. They are going to bring us some stock information about a company that they're considering. And you'll be able to continue meeting more friends and family members while you're there during that premiere, the same way that we do here. And here we will leave this live stream running right up until the moment that premiere begins. And then Old AF reviewers, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Now, I don't know whether this is actually what happened, so thank you everybody for all the shares, but we did actually get, my screen said we got up to 37 watching, so you can see the effect that I'm assuming that was the case that happens. Now, the other thing too is you got to remember that 60 or 70% of people here in Tuberchat might be on a phone. That's what the analytics tell me, and that means they're going out to other people's channels to watch their videos and then coming back 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes later. So that happens constantly as well. But I do appreciate everybody's shares, because it looks like that had a real big effect there. It looks like we gained almost like 20 or 30% more viewers for that few moments there. Brampton Gardner, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I joined them for a live stream the other day. Michael Vlogs, good to see you back as well. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Great Farmer Freelance, I hung out with this morning on a live stream as well. And Ace Flaw One, good to see you here as well. So John Paul is an 8-year veteran of YouTube. I managed to catch them on a live stream the other day. Forgive me, I know you said something, if John Paul is still with us in the chat, about their webcam. And I saw it before we started the stream, I think, or I was talking during my introductions and I forgot to get back to it, so forgive me for that. FIFA World Other Gaming is here from NYC. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming back in. They always bring us a lot of energy and a lot of thumbs up too. Paralife TV, Life as a Paraplegic, is another creator I managed to catch on a live stream this week as well. I've been very lucky. This is my last couple of weeks. At the end of April, I get back to a lot of outdoor work on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, and I know it's going to be a bit of a culture shock again when I am not able to be on YouTube as much as I have been this past couple of weeks, but I'm lucky to be able to catch a lot of different creators on their live streams. I really enjoy learning about creators, and I find that a lot of the live streams are where that happens. So John Paul, for instance, we were talking about tech gear and webcams and things like that the other day. I think the Stock Explorer was actually in there as well. Hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to John Paul. Like I said, an 8-year veteran of YouTube, and is stepping up the frequency on the videos and premieres now. And Great Farmer Freelance, I had a good time hanging out with you today. I'm going to spin the wheel right now. So one thing that I just wanted to mention, we haven't talked about it very much. You'll notice here in Tuberchat that we don't seem to have a lot of moderators. There's more than you think. There's probably a group of about 20, but there's a group of 8 or 10 that are here regularly. Really a core group of about 8 moderators that are here all the time, every chance that they can be, for which I'm extremely grateful. And I'm sure everybody in the Tuberchat family is as well. But moderating is something you have to make a decision on for yourself. You can always change your mind, though. But you have to decide whether you want to have a lot of moderators or you only want to have a few. I take moderating extremely seriously. Anybody can add me as a moderator on their channel. I'm happy to help while I'm there. But here on Tuberchat, we have this core group, and I don't think I've added a moderator in a year now. Every moderator that you see on this channel is a longtime friend of mine. They all have channels of their own, and they all have not only my back here as the host of Tuberchat and as a friend, they all care deeply about each other's success And I see that because they're unbelievably supportive to each other. Now, every moderator here, of course, has their own channels, their own groups, their own mods, and things like that. But it's just something I wanted to bring up. Now, moderating, the reason why I say I take it so seriously is because we did have a disaster story, and I just want to bring this up because I know we have a lot of new channels that have come into Tuberchat this weekend, and I just want to give you perspective so that you can make a great decision for yourself when it comes to moderating. Like I said, you can change your mind as often as you want, you can delete mods, you can add mods, you can clean them out, and you can restart if you want to. So we had some moderators in the very beginning of Tuberchat, people that I trusted very much. And one of those people, I can't figure out which one of two it actually was, which is almost a good thing because then I don't have to throw anybody under the bus or anything like that. But one person went through and deleted a lot of people, blocked them. And that can be done simply by going through an old replay or going through comments and hiding users. The only reason we found out was because one day we started Tuberchat, and it didn't seem any less busy than it usually is, but my girlfriend Kristen started getting messages from like 3 or 4 different people saying, hey, I can't get into Tuberchat, I can't get in, I can't get in. And right away I knew what had probably happened. So sure enough, it took a second, but I got into the settings to look at our moderator list and the band list and saw that there had to be 100 people in there. And you can't help but do anything but laugh about it now because it's not detrimental to the channel. It just was silly for that day. And, that was somebody who I had traded favors with and was no longer trading favors with anymore. There's 2 different creators. But this is what can happen. So you have to take this very seriously. We're all very excited to know each other and be happy right now. Some people are going to be incredible friends to you. They're truly going to have your back. They're going to seem to care more about your own success than they are about theirs. And that's going to be wonderful. But you also will notice that over time people come and go. And as unfortunate as it is, in most cases, it's like in real life. I'm sure you have friends you haven't talked to in 5 years or maybe even 10, but if you saw them or picked up the phone tomorrow, it would be just like yesterday. And that happens here on YouTube as well, because the longer we stay on our channels and the more and more people we follow, the harder and harder it becomes to support everybody as much as we all might like. You see some people every day right now, and then you will soon start to see them every other day until it becomes twice a week, and then once a week, and once every 2 weeks, and then once every couple of months. And here in Tuberchat, we've been here long enough now, it's almost 2 years, that we have creators that come by once every 3 months or so, but we're still happy to see each other. I pass by as many channels as I can, as often as I can. They do the same. Everybody's just fine because we're all still growing. We're all still moving along. But I just wanted to mention that story because I know we have a couple of creators that are fairly new to YouTube itself, definitely new to Tuberchat over the last week or two, very serious about their channels, and I just wanted to share that story. The idea, of course, is the more we share with each other in places like this, we can all make better decisions for our channels and our videos. So, forgive my long speech, but I did want to get that across. The How-To Lady is a dear friend. She has been for a long time. Another powerhouse of energy and positivity. Makeup Mom and Son is in the house. Let me get her onto our Wheel of Doom. She's here both as a moderator and a gold member, so her link will be dropped by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so. Now, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And forgive me for anything I've missed in the chat. If there was a question or a comment that you meant for me to see, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. When I get into a passionate speech, I tend to seem to be very focused and I ignore the chat for a couple minutes. I don't mean to do that, but I don't ever realize it until after it's happened. But if I've missed anything, please be patient with me. I'll appreciate it. So Naquanda M is up here right now with an extended look at this channel. And there's somebody who's here with us in Tuberchat frequently. I can see I'm behind with you. I'm just going to take your latest video, add this into my catch-up list. That will help me stay caught up, make sure I don't fall too far behind. We can see that they're getting close to 1,100 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit further right now. Facing Reality asked a question. I'm going to see if I can go and find that. Thank you, Timmy Ray the King. Earth Varieties, good to see you in the house. And then the grind never does stop. FIFA World Other Gaming. Michael's Adventures will tell you that too. Facing Reality, I'm just looking for your question. We'll see if I can catch it, and forgive my delay. And then if anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream right now, I hope that you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. I'm starting to wonder, Facing Reality, if your question didn't come through. I don't see it. I scan back. I see you saying hello to a lot of people, but I don't see the question. It makes me wonder if it didn't come through. One of the things that can happen here in Tuberchat, I have an extremely long list of words that are not allowed in the chat. It's probably far more conservative than I need it to be. But I had set that a long time ago, and that's more to instill good habits in everybody than anything else, so that when you're out in other live streams that are similar to this, you don't have hosts and mods banning you and timing you out and stuff like that. It can happen very quickly. There's a lot of mods out there that are very trigger happy, and I understand. And you know, even myself, I had to learn all this when I went into my first live streams so long ago. You know, I think I tried to ban Nightbot because it had timed me out or whatever for who knows what I did, but it was unintentional, and I know that happens to people, so we just want to be careful. So Facing Reality, we've got up on the screen right now, and again, forgive me, I missed your question. And I'll watch if you want to ask that question again. Facing Reality has 907 subscribers. They are officially on the road to 1K. I thought I set the reminders for these premieres yesterday. Maybe there's a glitch, again, for the 100th time, because we went through this when Scratch and PPA's channel came up. I thought I had set the reminder yesterday. What I'm doing is recommending to everybody to set every reminder for every premiere and every live stream that you see. And the reason why is because it sends an engagement signal into the algorithm of interest, whether or not you can make it to that event when it happens. I'm just going to put one more channel on the wheel right now. Geo's Vlogs H-Town is on the wheel. She's got a handful of channels, actually. Chartomi Devio, good to see you back in the house. Thank you for coming back in. Choices, Places, People, good to have you in the house also. I was lucky enough to hang out with them on another live stream just the other day. Again, Facing Reality is bringing us a lot of positivity. Now, she says on her banner, positive messages in a fun way. She does that both in her videos and everywhere she goes, both here in Tuberchat and when I see her out supporting other creators as well. So when I'm out bouncing in between premieres and live streams, trying to support as many creators as I can, as often as I can, I run into Facing Reality regularly, and this is the kind of support that we see. So I'm just taking one of your latest videos and adding it into my catch-up list to make sure I get caught up before these premieres run. And she's got one of those coming up tomorrow. Excuse me, she usually does that 10:15 in the morning, I think, is her regular Monday time in the Eastern time zone anyway. And then she's got one for a few days later. Facing Reality does great with consistency in that way now that I notice, but I don't think I mention it enough. Yeah, I'm just looking again to see if Facing Reality has asked that question again. And then, yeah, Michael's Adventures, we're getting close. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up, I will appreciate it. We're getting close. We got 90 right now. It's always fun when we hit 100. It doesn't happen every single day, but it happens more often than not right now, but it's still always fun every time. Let's get Frozball Collects up here. This is a creator who is bringing us a look at numismatic collectible coins and precious metals as well. And what they're doing is, from what I've seen so far, is they're bringing in different kinds of collectible coins from different areas, and often what you find, it makes me think of the post office here in Canada. The post office puts out a lot of really interesting collectible coins. They've done series from Disney to Star Wars to Star Trek to you know, our Royal Canadian Mounted Police and things like that. And Facing Reality, I'll have a quick look again. It seems not to be coming through, Facing Reality. When you drop a question in the chat, if you notice that it disappears, like it doesn't actually show up in the chat, something is up, and my guess is that it's one of the words you're using. I can probably fix that by like just trimming a few words out of my banned words list, because it's probably not necessary, whatever you're having trouble with there. Oh, what camera do I suggest as a starter for making videos? Thank you for that. I'll add to that question in just a second. So like I said, Frozball Collects is bringing us a look at numismatic collectible coins, but also some precious metals as well. And they do a really good job of being thorough about the different details about the different coins. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. I would group this channel in the realm of finance for that reason, and with 233 subscribers, we'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 300 that they're thinking about. So Facing Reality is asking about a camera for making videos. So absolutely what my suggestion is to use whatever's on your phone. Most of us, as long as your camera is not broken or scratched or anything like that, most of us have a camera on our cell phones, whether it's Android, iOS, or something else, that is better than any camera professional that existed 5 to 10 years ago, right? The technology is just moving so fast. I have videos that are out there now with well over 500,000 views that were filmed with an iPhone that is now getting on 6, 7, 8 years old that I occasionally use. Now, I finally upgraded. I probably wouldn't have. It's not that I like to think of myself as cheap, but I demand value out of every electronic device. I literally run everything until it doesn't work anymore. That includes cell phones. So I had an original iPhone SE. Those are from 6, 7, 8 years ago. But Kristen got me an iPhone 11 for Christmas last year. So I've been using that as my main phone for a long time. I occasionally film with that. But I did finally also break down, because when I do outdoor live streaming, I find that it is extremely helpful and definitely worth the extra expense to have a second phone that is connected even on a second plan if it has to be, just to read the chat. It could be the cheapest thing, but that is so unbelievably helpful I can't describe, but you'll understand what I mean if you try, right? So I have an iPhone 12 mini now that I use for filming, and I only use the iPhone 11 if I need to, because I specifically got an iPhone 12 mini for a reason. You'll notice that I also have an OtterBox on it, and it's not a real OtterBox, it's a knockoff, but whatever, they're all the same, right, in a roundabout sort of way. But I do that because I really don't want the phone to get destroyed. One of the things that can save a lot of money in the world is looking after the things that we have as best we can. You can't avoid accidents and things like that, but where possible, you just want to try to hold your phones and electronic devices together. So I find that the extra expense on a case, I think mine was like $15 Canadian or something, is definitely well worth it. But a bigger phone with a bigger case would be too hard on the motors on my gimbal, and I use a DJI Osmo 4, but an iPhone 12 mini with this case in its entirety still fits in the gimbal comfortably. So that's one of the reasons why I chose it. Allie's Craft Pursuits, good to see you in the house. Lori's Tech Time, these are both members. I'm just going to get them onto the wheel. I'm going to start moving faster through channels now. I know I've been talking quite a bit, but that's a great question. Thank you, Facing Reality, because my biggest advice is always to use what you have. It's not necessary to invest in better equipment to get your videos to move. That's not what does it. I promise you, for years, I worked on a phone that is far less capable than most people who are here in the chat today, and there are videos out there now, many of them, probably dozens of them, with hundreds of thousands of views, both on not on my channel, I've used some on my channel with tens of thousands of views, but hundreds of thousands of views on other channels as well, if that makes sense. So Makeup Mom and Son is up here right now. Hopefully I answered your question right, or correctly, or the way that you were hoping. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Flaw One uses a Nikon camera, which is great. Kristen Welton often uses a Canon T7i, which would be my camera of choice if I was going to buy one. I almost did at one point, but I just held off because that's the part that I like to say. I don't like to call myself cheap. It's not that. It's that I really research decisions before making one, and she had done that, but I'm sure she loves it. And then, yeah, so it's possible, Facing Reality. It's possible. Webcams on laptops and things like that are often good enough as well. And you really, in my opinion, you don't know, if as long as you can light things well enough, and the lights in your room are fine if you're conscious about where you're putting things. Try to have the light in front of you so you're getting the light from it instead of behind you casting shadows. If you could do that anywhere in your home, put every light on for just the moments that you're filming to try to fill the room with light. Maybe that will help and things like that. And then you really don't notice the quality change in your videos until after you've upgraded anyway. Most of you who've been with Tuberchat for a long time have seen some of my outdoor live streams or outdoor replays and things like that. And I was still using that older phone all of that time. I never used my iPhone 11 for that stuff. And you really can't tell that it's an older phone just because it's... I've taken care of it, luckily. You got to remember to wipe your lens and things like that, but you're always trying to remember where the light is so that you can film from the best angle possible. It's not always possible, but you want to try. Hashtags, proper use and when to use them. Yes, great Farmer Freelance. So that's fairly quick. We'll see if Makeup Mom and Son has done it on her latest green tea video. Maybe not. That's okay. What happens with hashtags is if you use 1, 2, or 3 of them, they come up right under the title of your video when you're watching that video. Interestingly, if you mark a location for your video, then the location comes up instead of the hashtags as a blue link. So that's just something to note. You can use up to 15 hashtags between your title and description. But if you use more than that, YouTube specifically tells us that they might ignore them all. So please don't like keyword stuff. That's what they call that. YouTube's really aggressively working against channels that are trying to stuff keywords and just fill their description with nonsense, hoping that they'll get views. It really doesn't work that way. The algorithm is smarter than we think it is, and even when I say that, the algorithm is smarter than we think it is. So hashtags, you can use, I would use the shortest hashtags possible that make sense. In the case of Makeup Mom and Son, she would probably use the hashtag makeup in any makeup video. She does some challenges, she does some live streams, she might use the hashtag live stream, the hashtag challenge, things like that. But again, I never use more than 14 or try not to, and the reason why is because if I make a mistake and actually accidentally miscount, I still know I'm under 15. but that's an idea. And the first, obviously they seem to matter in order, if that makes sense, the importance of the hashtags based on the first one you put. I can't be certain that that's true. I don't know if I'd believe a technical engineer if they told us from Google anyway. But it just makes sense to make the most obvious, popular hashtag the first one that you put, and then string them along afterwards. So, Makeup Mom and Son for this green tea might use a few hashtags here. She might use green tea. I'm not sure that word. I'm assuming it's mochi. But she might have an entire hashtag, green tea mochi ice cream. Probably wouldn't get a lot of hits off that one hashtag, but the combination of all the different hashtags together mean that you'll likely get some traffic for that. What they do is they allow people who see the hashtag to click on them if they want to, and YouTube will present them search results that are all related to videos that have that hashtag. So if other people were making green tea videos or ice cream videos, all of a sudden they would get found along with Makeup Mom and Son, and Makeup Mom and Son's video might be found with them for that reason. So I hope that helps. If you wanted to listen back to what I was just talking about, you can mark the time. We're an hour and 35 minutes into episode number 384. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Lord Texas Boy Gaming, good to see you in the house. And then Geeky Girls Journal, is it best to use 3 or up to 15? So I always use 14, always. The only way that I wouldn't is if the hashtags I'm using start to become nonsense, right? So if I was using, I don't know, if I was doing a video about a pen, I would have the hashtag pen. And then this one is from a company I think called Papermate, so I would have the hashtag Papermate. I might make a hashtag that says Papermate pen, and I might have one that says pen Papermate, even though that wouldn't make sense. But you can see how they're already starting to sound like nonsense, and then it just kind of seems ridiculous, right? So I don't think that they're very effective in that way. But simple things, like if you made a video about a pen, I would put the hashtag pen, because other people who are interested in videos about pens might find your video if they click on a hashtag like that from somebody else's video that they've already seen. That's how that works. So hopefully that makes sense. And then, yes, 3 hashtags is what a lot of people will recommend, because we know that that shows up. But you can add a little bit more, even though they just don't show up there. They're not available for other people to click easily unless they get into your description, but they are clickable. And then Makeup Mom and Son is a very much loved and well-respected creator who happens to be here both as a moderator and a gold member. We will see her link drop by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so. She does a lot of variety on her channel. You can see a lot of shorts videos here. She gets some serious action on those. She's got one here that's got, I think, 37,000 views, right? Yeah, the taco meat one. And she's got others that have moved pretty far like this as well. She has done a lot of interviews of other creators. I'm always happy to see people collaborate. I've been honored to have been a part of that. She also does a lot of work on her thumbnails, finding a similar kind of layout for different series of videos. And she also does a lot of live streams as well, where she is allowing other people to come up on StreamYard panels with her. She also hops in with other people as well. So you'll see her often. Anytime you're following anybody that you've met through the Tuberchat family, she's an incredibly supportive creator as well. More than anything else, lately she's doing unboxings and product reviews, and hopefully everybody will enjoy that. She's fully monetized, as you can see. She's got memberships and super chats available here, and she's getting close to 1,200 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther. Kaden Plays It was in the chat earlier, and that is the second channel for Makeup Mom and Son. It's actually her son's channel. Yeah, I saw that yesterday, Makeup Mom and Son. I've been looking for an opportunity to raid. I was hoping, I know you usually start while Tuberchat is on, but I was hoping for a few Saturdays, like, to be able to get a chance. But I saw that I think it's Texas Tatty was who you're going to connect with, or who you're going to interview. I haven't connected with them yet, and hopefully Hilda DC, if you guys are able to get together, we'll have that happen at some point. But we'll see. I'm hoping that your interview series continues, but that's only if you're happy with it. I truly wish that everybody would just be happy with YouTube and, you know, find happiness in the things that you do and do the things that you enjoy. When it starts to become work or frustrating and things like that, I don't wish that on anybody. So we've got a couple of brand new videos from Kaden Plays It. So I'm going to take both of these and add them into my catch-up list so I can catch up with these videos. That we will always want to encourage anybody under 100 creators to get through that race. We know it's more challenging than ever, but we can all help each other just by pushing each other along. In the case of this young creator, we want to encourage them to continue making videos. So we'd love to get them moving beyond the 27 subscribers that they have right now, maybe even up over the 30 that they're thinking about. So I'm going to spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. I'm going to try to move a little bit faster again. I do appreciate the questions in the chat because it gives us a chance to have a few other discussions, unlike you know, the typical everyday channels on the screen that we do here on Tuberchat, which I enjoy as well. But I like when we can get these nuggets of information happening between us also. It's me, Alec. Good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Forgive me if I missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. And if you've mentioned a question or a comment that you meant for me to see, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I will catch it the next time around. Corinne's Life. I'm not sure how long you've been here today. I missed her yesterday, and or not yesterday, on Friday, and maybe yesterday too. I hope not. But I was happy to see it was on Friday after Michael's Adventures premiere. Actually, Hilda and Corrine were together on panel again. So the world makes sense to me when a few of the creators here in the Tuberchat family, particularly our moderators, are together on panel, like Makeup Mom and Son, Hilda, Corinne's Life, and Sam. I'm hoping eventually we'll do more of that and I'll start hopping in on more of these things. Hopefully, again, I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Now, I'm going to get some more names onto our wheel in a moment. I'm going to try to move faster through channels now. In about 45 minutes, we're going to go and visit the Stock Explorer for a premiere, and we'll be able to continue connecting over there. Kid Wonders Gaming and Live Stream is the second channel from this creator. It's actually Kid Wonders Life of Wonder. He's got 2 more. I'll show you all 4 of them. This creator was so unbelievably supportive to me for the last over 2.5 years that they were the very first channel to be chosen out of the Tuberchat family to be featured on episode number 2 almost 2 years ago. So I hope everybody will connect with Kid Wonder. They happen to be a gold member. So again, we see this channel every single day in the slides that run in the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream. And we will see their link drop by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so. Starting tomorrow, I should have had that for you today, Kid Wonder, and forgive me for making that mistake, but I'm going to speed that up so that it will drop more often for the next couple of streams because you've missed today. So forgive me for that, but luckily Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder has been a dear friend for a long time, and I'm sure he will always be very patient with me. Kid Wonder's, I'm going to put the Mukbang Show with Kid Wonder. You have to be very careful when you have memberships and things like that, when you're going to start making promises to people about things that you're going to do for them, especially when they're supporting you financially. And then you have to, well, in my opinion, you have to consider to yourself, how are you going to make up promises that are broken out of your control? Now, for me making a mistake and forgetting something, I have to make that up. That's, you know, on me. And luckily, like I said, Kid Wonder's known me a long, long time. I'm sure he'll be patient. But you could have a situation where you forget something for a long period of time, have to make that up and have trouble with it. Or if, God forbid, you're doing something similar to what I do on Tuberchat and the robot doesn't work one day. because we've seen that many times too. What are you going to do when you've got a few people that you've promised to drop links for and the robot didn't drop their links? Now they've paid for their memberships and you got to make that up. So in most cases it's easy stuff to do, but you do have to consider it, and luckily in my case I can just speed up the frequency, and that will likely make up the loss of a couple of missed links being dropped and things like that. You knew, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. But these are all things you have to consider. I was very lucky. Most of you may not know, but I do run other channels and have for a very long time before I even started my own channels. So I already had a couple of monetized channels to practice on before I had to consider my own memberships and things like that. So I was lucky that way. But you can observe what everybody else is doing that's already been monetized if you're headed that way, and get ideas for yourself as well. The Mukbang Show with Kid Wonder is here, and the last one is Kid Wonder Presents in Random News. And this is an incredibly supportive creator. Like I said, they have been that way in a long, long time. Very generous, very considerate to others, and always allowing and encouraging others to connect in the same way that we do here in Tuberchat. You will likely meet more friends with Kid Wonder on any of their channels. Thank you, everybody, for, 100 thumbs up. I really do appreciate that. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope that you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded when I'm on a phone from time to time. Allie's Craft Pursuits is here right now with 1,100 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. So Allie's Craft Pursuits is talking about playlists. The best thing that I can suggest here in Tuberchat particularly is the idea that we've been doing playlist buddies ever since the beginning, and what that means is that you can make an arrangement to trade favors. You run a playlist for somebody else, they run a playlist for you, and after you get many different creators doing that, you will find that your hours will really start to stack up. Blur Sunset, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I thought you've been here before. Forgive me if I'm mistaken. I thought I recognized your channel name from I don't know, maybe a year ago. I think we're connected to some of the same people. Forgive me if I'm mistaken, but hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. I'm going to start moving faster through channels now, and we should be able to get to everybody that's here right now. I'm going to get as many channels on the screen as I can in the next 45 minutes or so before we go over to the Stock Explorer for a raid in their premiere. Pull My Pork Barbecue is a longtime friend of Tuberchat. They do an incredible job of describing the different dishes that they're making, right? Everything from prep to cooking. I'm just going to take their latest video. I thought I was just with them, but maybe it's already been a couple of weeks. I'm taking their latest video, adding that into my catch-up list. That will help me stay caught up, make sure I don't fall too far behind. And you can see that they've done well with a handful of different videos. They're showing us a lot of different meat prep more than anything else. Of course, with a name like Pull My Pork Barbecue, most people, I think, enjoy barbecued food. I'm looking forward to hoping to get our barbecue going, maybe even as early as next week. We'll see. They've got 4,600 subscribers, so they have just climbed along unbelievably well. And hopefully we can push them a little bit farther today towards the 4,700 subscribers that they're thinking about. I'm going to refresh my list over here and my chat list. I'm going to spin one more time. We'll get one more channel up on the screen. I'm going to be overdue for getting channels onto our wheel, but I'll do that in another second with creators from our chat list. And Geo's Vlogs H-Town is coming up right now. You know Geo from running the Drop the Link Day crew. She's got a team of creators that are all incredibly knowledgeable and very much love helping others, both with their channels and their videos. I've met more friends through Geo, but she also does a lot of variety on her different channels, including a great personal look at the creator behind the channels as well, and her motivations. I was lucky to catch her the other day for a premiere for the first part of this birthday party, which is cool. I'm always happy to see behind the scenes looks at creators and their home life and things like that. I love getting to know channels and creators, and Geo is very much like that as well. She is a wealth of information and loves helping people, like I said, both grow their channels and help improve their videos. You'll learn a lot from her and from her friends, because she's got an entire team of other creators all dedicated to doing the same thing surrounding her. She's got a handful of different channels. She's got almost 1,200 subscribers, and here is fully monetized, so there's lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships. When you get there, you often see Marlene with her, you often see Be Amazing Sylvia, as well as Ranger, as well as Just Teresa. There's a handful of creators that have all been connected there with the Drop the Link Day crew that you all likely know so well. Here on Boss Life Online, she's got even more subscribers with 2,200, so I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther here. She's got more channels as well, but I'll leave it to you to find them when you get there. Here on this channel, she's going to help us make money with different home business ideas. I'm just going to take your latest video, 52 legit ways to earn from home, and I'm going to add that into my catch-up list. That will help me to stay caught up and make sure I don't fall behind with this channel as well. I'm going to add some more names to our wheel from our chat list in a minute. Blur Sunset has a handful of different channels, so that's okay. I'm just going to see what I can do about adding a few more names onto our wheel. People who've been here for a while. Flaw One, I'm surprised I didn't have you on there already, but I've gotten into some really long speeches today, so forgive me for that. Fatima Tuna's been here a while. Great Farmer Freelance is coming up right now. Geeky Girls Journal, I think, has been on the pole position of the wheel for quite some time. One Beats 9, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Professional Paranormal Research, I'm getting you on there. Sweet Arts Custom Creations is coming up on the wheel. I'll spin. We'll get another channel up here right away, and I'll start adding names as we need them. I usually do it when we get down to about 5 or 6 that are on the wheel. And that's okay. Flaw One has one channel. I don't recommend to anybody to start second channels. That's something that's a very serious personal choice. You know, the first thought that would go through anybody's mind is it's easier to get 100,000 subscribers on one channel than it is to get 50,000 each on 2 different channels. That would be the mentality. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying that that's what I imagine most people would think if it was put that way. So you have to make a really serious decision as to whether you want to break off into other channels if you want to. In my case, I run a couple of my own channels, and then I run a few for other people, but some of those decisions are not mine. If they're not my channels, it's not my decision. In some cases, and then sometimes I have decided to break things off, but that just depends on the long-term goals as well. Are you somebody who intends on being on YouTube for 5 years or 10 years? Or are you just trying out a channel because it's fun and you'll see what happens next year? These are considerations, right? Corrine's Life is here, and she is a very much loved, well-respected creator. She's been a dear friend for a long time and a member of our moderator squad. She's a moderator and a member here, and she has almost 1,900 subscribers. So I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. This channel encompasses everything that is Corrine's Life. This is a creator who's considered the idea of breaking off into second channels, but again, the idea being, you know, is it easier to build 100,000 subscribers on one than it is to get 50,000 on 2? Right, would be the idea. So Corrine's Life is able to encompass everything that is her life, including vlogs, including product reviews, unboxings, random live streams, as well as shorts, obviously, and her home business, which is Lighthouse and Anchor Designs. She prints everything that pretty much can be printed, whether it's t-shirts, hats, mugs, Christmas ornaments, vinyl stickers, tumblers, and all that kind of stuff. And we get a great chance to learn about the process and how these things are made, as well as possibly use this creator as a resource when it's time to monetize in that way. Merchandise can be a great way to monetize both your channel and the business that you might have surrounding that. Come Hither with Heather is in the house. Thank you for coming in. Unu, I hope I welcomed you earlier. I know you've been here for a little while. Unu is a longtime friend of Tuberchat as well. So Flaw One is going to come up next. This is another creator who has been with Tuberchat from the very beginning. He's been connected to me for well over 2.5 years. And Andy runs a travel channel more than anything else. He's got 3,500 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther towards the 3,600 that he's thinking about. He's got a premiere coming up. Now that one stuck when I set the reminder for that yesterday, and that's coming up in a couple of days on Tuesday evening. So it'll be a few hours after Scratch and PPA's premiere. And then thank you to Artist44. Thank you again for your video. I really do appreciate that extra effort in that shout out video that you put out. If anybody wanted to see that, you can find that onto Artist44's channel. And Flaw One is here with us in Tuberchat almost every day. It's interesting that after 384 episodes, they're still here growing, still meeting more friends and family members, and they have been an incredibly loyal and dedicated supporter to me on all of my channels for all of this time, actually. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. If anybody in the house is willing to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Jamie Hart is our brand newest member. They just became a member today, so thank you for that extra support. I really do appreciate that. Again, that means that you will be added onto the wheel immediately every time you're here as soon as I see you in the chat. The good thing about that is, you know, like, so not that I want to oversell it and this and that, but when creators are members and therefore added onto the wheel as soon as I see them in the chat, then it also helps with the idea that even if they can't stay the whole 2.5 hours, you're guaranteed to at least have your channel looked at on the days that you're here. When we get into silver memberships and gold memberships, it goes a little bit farther because I run those slides at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream. And then in the case of people like Makeup Mom and Son, we have their link dropped every 30 minutes or so and stuff like that. But these are things that are available. I really do appreciate the extra support. Those things are absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated. But here on Tuberchat, the reason I don't specifically hold any information back from anybody at all is because I know that that stuff is not available on every platform or in every country, right? Among other things. So the idea is that I really do appreciate the extra support, and that helps keep, you know, the channel running and things like that, and makes it motivating and everything else. I'm sure everybody understands that. And the idea is then we can feel free to share as much information as we want with each other, because we're trying to grow each other's channels, and then everybody can benefit in the long term, if that makes sense. My peaceful moment, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. So Jamie Hart has 385 subscribers. I'm still getting to know this channel. They've done a few streams. I don't know how I missed these, but hopefully I'll catch you on a stream soon enough. And hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them, and we'd love to push them towards the 400 that they're thinking about. So I'll spin the wheel. I'm going to refresh my list. I'm going to look for a couple more people that I can add from our chat list onto our Wheel of Doom. Lori's Tech Time is going to come up right now. She's even got a couple of channels of, pardon me, her own as well. Lori's Tech Time brings us tech reviews, particularly from a service called Gadget Discovery Club, which is a subscription service. So it's really cool. I'm just going to take your latest video Oh, goodness. iPhone 12 Pro Max unboxing video. I'm going to add that into my catch-up list. That will help me get caught up, make sure I don't fall too far behind. And 726 subscribers for Lori's Tech Time right now. She's somebody who's here with us pretty much every single day in Tuberchat and out supporting others regularly as well. She has a second channel called The Guitar Chick, but I'll leave you to find that when you get there. And that is where she's bringing us along on her journey while she learns to play the guitar. So I'm just going to flip over to her videos, because you'll notice that in between the tech reviews, she's doing a lot of video gameplay lately. And I thought I caught you, but I guess it's already been a couple of days. She's streaming frequently. So there's lots of opportunity to catch Lori's Tech Time in her own content. And she's an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. So I hope you'll enjoy that kind of support coming back to you after you connect with her. So we've got a half an hour to go. We've got a lot of channels to put on the screen. Carpenter Self-Reliance is coming up on the wheel. Earth Varieties is coming up as well. It's Me Alec will come up. Christa's Antiques and Collectibles. Did I not put you on today? I think we looked at your channel yesterday. Forgive me if I'm mistaken about that. If it was today, I only put channels on the screen once per day, unless I make a mistake. My Peaceful Moment will come up. And Sweetheart Custom Creations is already there. And we've already looked at the Artist 44. So let's spin. We'll get another channel up here. We should be able to get to everybody. In a half an hour, we're going to go to the Stock Explorer for a premiere. During their live chat, we're going to be able to connect in the same way that we do here in Tuberchat. So you'll likely meet more friends and family members over there. And I will leave this live stream running right up until the moment that that premiere begins, so that we can clean up our connections here, and then we'll all go over together and raid. I'll start dropping the link for that premiere in about 15 minutes. Geeky Girls Journal is here with 338 subscribers. This is where we're going to find a lot of motivation and encouragement, particularly geared towards young women. But I think anybody can draw inspiration from a channel like this. Geeky Girls Journal's been at it for quite some time. They've been a longtime friend of Tuberchat as well. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 400 that they're thinking about, and the presentation on this channel gives us a great look at exactly what we can expect when we get there. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that after you connect with them. Earth Varieties, my pleasure having you on the wheel. We never know how long it's going to take. It's very suspenseful, right? Figuring out how soon channels are going to get onto the screen. But the wheel was something we added quite some time ago, and hopefully it makes it a little more fun for everybody. One of the things that had happened when we started Tuberchat, if you can imagine, in the first stream, I'd have to go back and look, but I think only 20 or 30 channels had come through on episode number 1. But you know, it's grown over time, and now it's interesting to know, you can tell from the thumbs up alone, not everybody remembers to give a thumbs up, and we hit 100 almost every day now. So well over 100 channels are coming through Tuberchat on an average stream every time we're here, and 5 to 10 of those channels are usually brand new every single day as well. So there's always brand new people, but it's impossible for me to be able to put that many channels on the screen effectively and do a good job without being here for hours upon hours. And there's always people coming in the longer you go, right? So the wheel was something that we added a long time ago for a little bit of hopefully fun, but at least suspense, but to give me an opportunity to be able to almost choose which channels are going to come up with a little bit of randomness, right? And this wheel is available to anybody. It's from wheelofnames.com. And you see this on a lot of different live streams. I'll never remember now where I first saw it, but there's literally got to be at least hundreds of YouTubers using this wheel for different reasons, particularly for kind of what we're doing here and contests and giveaways. Unu is on the wheel now. And we'll spin. Professional Paranormal Research is up here. This is a channel I'm still getting to know, but obviously paranormal investigations here. I've even been out on a few of my own paranormal investigations with a friend, Huntophobia. Hopefully one of these days I'll do that again. And Professional Paranormal Research has almost 1,400 subscribers. So I'm going to take your latest video, add this into my catch-up list. That will help me get caught up, make sure I don't fall too far behind. The idea, of course, is that the more I put your channel on the screen, the more videos that I end up watching over time. I get to know the channel better, possibly even the creator behind the channel, and then I do a better job of promoting you every time you're here. Country Boy Magic, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And She Stole My Thunder is going to be up next. We'll see what is going on their channel. And I'll wait it out and see how we're doing for time before I add any more names to the wheel. Come Hither with Heather will go on there, though. And, oh, I'm just about to rip somebody. Oh, She Stole My Thunder. I was just about to ruin their chance here. Sometimes I have trouble when I'm copying and pasting, trying to rapid fire on the keyboard this way. But that's okay, we solved it. She Stole My Thunder, 680 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther as well, towards the 700 that they're thinking about. It's always good to see when creators are pushing each other through these featured channels, collaborations here. We've talked about that many times, but it's a great way to trade favors and get a friendship started with somebody, and it does wonders for the algorithm. You have to know that everything you do is marked. The algorithm, like I keep saying, is smarter than we think it is. Every single signal gives, you know, an idea of engagement. And when your channel is featured on so many other creators' front pages, I have to believe that that's got to be a great help. So I push that as well as an idea here on Tuberchat. I'm just going to go through your videos. I'm going to take this 33-minute one. I'm going to add that into my catch-up list. That will help me to get caught up and make sure I don't fall behind. I'm going to spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here and see who's coming up next. And if anybody has the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate that greatly. It helps get a couple more people into Tuberchat right now, and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther, both in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead, as well as today. So Earth Varieties is here with 400 subscribers. This is another channel that I'm still getting to know. They seem to be doing more short videos and long live streams, but I'm going to take this video here and I'm going to add it into my catch-up list. That will help me to get to know your content a little bit better. And again, the idea is the more of your content that I watch, the more often that you're here in Tuberchat, the more I get to know your channel and could do a better job of presenting you. Woman Outdoors, thank you for coming back in. I don't think we looked at that channel today. Forgive me if I'm mistaken. I like to only put channels on the wheel and the screen once per day unless I make a mistake. But Woman Outdoors has been a member for a while now, so I might have missed putting them on the wheel earlier just because they came in and out quickly. It's Me Alec is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on their channel. And in another 7 minutes or so, I'll start dropping the link for our raid, because we've got the Stock Explorer coming up with a premiere for us. We'll be visiting their channel for a raid for the first time. So It's Me Alec is another friend of Tuberchat who's been here frequently. They happen to be live now. They got 41 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 50. They'll likely be thinking about, get them halfway on the road to the first 100. We know that the race to the first 100 is more challenging than ever. My pleasure, Earth Varieties. Garden at Table with Heather Lynn, I've got you on the wheel now. I'm going to start kind of rifling through channels here. I don't like to do that at the end of the stream. I'm going to try to work out a system where I don't have to do that. we're going to have to get to a point eventually, I think, where some of the channels that are just coming in right before we're finishing aren't going to be able to get onto the screen. I'm going to have to start to put a time limit on it or something like that. But the channels that we've got on here now have all been here for a while. Carpenter Self-Reliance is a longtime friend of Tuberchat. It's wonderful to see that they're officially on the road to 1K and already halfway there with 952 subscribers. Soothing and meditation music. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. I like their tagline on their banner, be prepared, not scared. Yes, and they're teaching us some self-sufficiency here. They come to us from the homesteading community, I believe. They're very much a part of it, whether that's originally how they got to us or not. We have a lot of channels from the homesteading community. Choices, places, people have been here for a while. I've got them on the wheel right now. Rock Chick Beauty just dropped a super chat on us, so we're going to put her channel up right away, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel in another moment. Rock Chick Beauty is a longtime friend of Tuberchat. She reset and restarted her channel just over a year ago and already has 700 subscribers. With 706, it looks like she's got that locked in. I'm just going to take your latest April Primark haul, and I'm going to add that into my catch-up list. That will help me to get caught up with your content, make sure I don't fall behind. Rock Chick Beauty's been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for all of this time and longer, as a matter of fact. She's been a friend of Tuberchat for probably a year and a half, maybe even longer than that by now. And she mixes up the shorts, the videos, and the live stream, so hopefully everybody will enjoy that. We'd love to push her a little bit farther towards the 800 subscribers that she's thinking about. Thank you again for another super chat. She's done that countless number of times. And Garden at Table with Heather Lynn is going to come up next. We'll see what they've got going on. You'll notice Rock Chick Beauty puts a lot of work into the presentation on the channel, whether it's through the highlighted banner there or the thumbnails. And she tends to do different thumbnails for every video, but puts a lot of work into those, so I hope we can take inspiration from that as well. Garden at Table with Heather Lynn comes to us from the homesteading community and is an incredibly supportive creator. Now, I run into her regularly while I'm out supporting other creators. I've run into her in a couple of different live streams over the last few days. So Garden at Table with Heather Lynn is going to teach us different aspects of preparedness when it comes both to indoors and outdoors. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. She's growing a few things and taking part in some challenges as well. With 118 subscribers, we'd love to push her a little bit farther towards the 200 that we know that she's thinking about right now. And again, hopefully you'll enjoy that kind of support coming back to you after you connect with her. Like I said, I run into her regularly while I'm out trying to support people myself as much as I can. My peaceful moment is coming up right now. This is another channel that brings us relaxing content, both by mixing up the visuals and audio that can give us things that we can either sit and watch and relax and chill out, or possibly put into a playlist and let run while we do other things. We've got a few channels that are bringing this type of content. They're mixing up some shorts along with videos and streams as well. They've got over 1,200 subscribers and well on the way towards 1,300. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. I've got their latest video here that I'm going to add into my catch-up list as well. That will help me to get caught up, make sure I don't fall too far behind. The Stock Explorer, thank you for another super chat. I really do appreciate that. They've done that many times before. The Stock Explorer happens to be a member, a very generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. We're going to go and look at their channel in a few minutes when they have a premiere running about 15 minutes from now. It's almost time for me to start dropping the link, so I will, but we did look at their channel at the beginning beginning of the stream for the first 5 or 10 minutes as well. So My Peaceful Moment, thank you one more time for being here. They're here with us almost every day. Next is Christa's Antiques and Collectibles, which is another creator who seems to be making frequent appearances here in Tuberchat. So I hope everybody will connect with them if you haven't already. Christa's Antiques and Collectibles, of course, is going to take us and show us different types of hopefully valuable antiques that we'll be able to identify. We can likely learn from this creator, and when we start to take some of the lessons that come from channels like this and Baskets Resale, who's been a longtime friend, we can get an idea of how to marry the offline and online, pick up some of these antiques from different auctions, estate sales, garage sales, and things like that, and then possibly flip them online on eBay or other sites like that, or apps like LetGo, and possibly bring in a little bit of profit. Danforth Avenue Wellness, good to see you in the house again. Thanks for coming in. Let me just get our link for our premiere. Now, the live chat is already running, of course, on the premiere that's coming up from the Stock Explorer now. I'm going to drop that link and pin it. And I'll drop it a couple more times as we get closer. Anybody can hop over there anytime right now if you would like. And we'll meet more friends and family members over there, the same way that we do here in Tuberchat. And I will come over there as well. We can all go over together in 15 minutes and raid when we get there. If you don't mind, just say Tuberchat raid when you get there. Please don't forget to give Nora a thumbs up on the way in. Give us a thumbs up on the way out. Unu is here right now, and this is another longtime friend of Tuberchat, somebody who's both willing to run StreamYard panels and hop in on others. I've seen them regularly. They tend to do live streams that are very lengthy, as a matter of fact. So they're experimenting with shorts videos as well. I see you're getting some activity on those. I'm just going to take one of your latest 10-minute videos here and add this into my catch-up list so I can get caught up with your channel, make sure I don't fall too far behind. Hopefully I'll catch you on a stream again shortly, and hopefully everybody will enjoy the support that comes back from a loyal and dedicated supporter like this. Unu has been a longtime friend of Tuberchat with 332 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit closer towards the 400 that they're thinking about. I'm just spinning the wheel right now. We're going to get to Come Hither with Heather, and this is another couple, actually, of generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters. I keep mentioning it. I never mention it when I mention Come Hither with Heather, but I talk about the idea of in real life family and friends supporting each other, and how wonderful I find that when it is something that we're aware of. And Come Hither with Heather has this happening. Oh, I just turned all my reminders off. I just turned them all back on. Come Hither with Heather now has over 520, well, now has 520 subscribers, well over 500. They've got their community tab. They bring us paranormal investigations and explorations of abandoned places. I'm just going to take your 500 subscriber thank you video. I've added that into my catch-up list. And then as well, another channel that brings a similar style of content is Werner's Adventures, and these two are partners, but they are both generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters, both separately and together. And Werner's Adventures is not too far behind with 455 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can push them towards the 500 that they'll be thinking about as well. Come Hither with Heather's been a longtime friend of Tuberchat. This is another creator who I run into constantly when I'm out supporting others myself, bouncing in between premieres and live streams. So I hope everybody will connect with Come Hither with Heather. They're also somebody who engages conversation. And I talk about this often. When we get beyond the simple hellos and small talk and things like that that we all engage in conversation in chats, and we get a little bit deeper, it can send great engagement signals into the algorithm. Come Hither with Heather is one of the people who typically does that, right? And we see a lot of creators here who do that as well. I wonder if the how-to lady is still with us today. I know she came in quickly. I did say hello. I hope she heard me. She is a powerhouse of energy. and positivity, but I know sometimes she can only make short appearances. Choices, Places, and People is an interesting channel. They're very inspiring and motivating, but I have been able to catch them on a couple of live streams already, and they're very engaging. They have a loyal and dedicated audience, so hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. I always have a good time with them when I'm there. They're very much about helping other creators grow as well and introducing people to each other. And I remember specifically, I didn't remember before I put it up on the screen, but this particular photo is a photo that they actually took. If you can believe, what a beautiful banner, what a beautiful photo for a banner. I thought that might be a stock photo, but they mentioned that it wasn't. But you will definitely find lessons to be learned, inspiration to say the least. The last time that I was with them, they were talking about, if I remember correctly, they were talking about karma, and they were talking about the ways that karma can come around might be different than the way that we typically think about it, and they talk about, how people treat each other and things like that. It can be very inspirational, so I hope everybody will join them. I'm going to spin the wheel. They've got almost 1,100 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them a little bit farther. They've got a lot of featured channels there, which is always great to see as well. I'm going to add a couple of names onto our wheel from our chat list. We've got a chance to get through a couple more, and we will go to Great Farmer Freelance right now. I was hanging out with them this morning on a live stream, as a matter of fact. They were very appreciative of a lot of people coming through to support them regularly already, and very much interested in helping others connect as well. Great Farmer Freelance has 122 subscribers right now. I'm still getting to know their content, but we'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 200 that they're thinking about. And Country Boy Magic is going to come up along with soothing and meditation music. I've got you on the wheel, and we'll spin in another second here. I'm going to blaze my way through the last few channels. If anybody in the house is willing to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. I'm just dropping the link again for our raid. Anybody can go over there whenever they'd like. The live chat is already running for the Stock Explorers premiere, and we are able to meet more friends and family members over there in the same way that we do here in Tuberchat. And my recommendation, of course, is always to start a conversation with somebody first before connecting, just to make sure they're kind of on the same page. And make sure you have somebody's attention, right? Because people tend to go in and out of things, especially when things are beginning or ending. We're wrapping up our stream in another 5 minutes here, and the Stock Explorer will be up and running just after that. Now, I will leave this live stream running right up until the moment their premiere begins, so that we can clean up our connections here. And I always do that. Please don't forget to give Nora a thumbs up on the way into their premiere, and give us a thumbs up on the way out. We've done great again today, well over 100. Thank you, everybody, for that. We're looking at Sweet Arts Custom Creations. Now, this is another creator that I'm just getting to know, but I'm going to take one of their latest videos here and add it into my catch-up list. That will help me to get caught up, and as I get to know your content a little bit better, the idea is hopefully I'll present your channel better every time you're here as well. So if anybody hasn't already given that thumbs up, I hope that you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded when I'm on a phone from time to time. You'll notice as soon as I get over into the Stock Explorers premiere, I have a habit. I walk in, I say hello, and then I go and I share on Reddit. I do that for every live stream that I jump in, and I make sure I give that thumbs up as I'm going to get the link to share them. So I'll do that in a few minutes here. Country Boy Magic has well over 6,000 subscribers, over 6,100, closing in on 62. It's been a little while. I'm just going to take one of your latest videos. I'll take this longer one, the 8-minute one. I'm going to add that into my catch-up list. That will help me to get caught up, make sure I don't fall any farther behind. They're fully monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. But Country Boy Magic's been a longtime friend of Tuberchat as well, so hopefully everybody will connect to this loyal and dedicated supporter. I'm just spinning the wheel, and we're going to look at Woman Outdoors right now, and we'll see what they've got going on their channel also. Woman Outdoors is one of our newest members. They come to us from the homesteading community as well. They're somebody who I've run into while I've been out visiting others also. Eternty Luck Scratcher is here. They are a very generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, so I'm just putting them on the wheel right away. We've got just over 5 minutes to go. I'm going to drop the link for our premiere in another second here. Woman Outdoors is experimenting with shorts and already getting some action there. And I'm still getting to know their content, but they are bringing us a lot of different lessons, especially outdoors. Hopefully everybody will enjoy that. They've got a lot of featured channels here already. I'm honored to be a part of that. We always trade that favor, so I appreciate it greatly. Woman Outdoors, we'd love to see get towards the 300 subscribers that they're thinking about. And let's spin the wheel. We'll get one more channel up here and see what's happening. Thank you, Chris's Clever Craft. I'm just dropping the link again. I'll do it one more time. We're looking at soothing and meditation music. Did we just look at this channel and I forgot to take them off the wheel? Nope. Let's see. Did I not copy and paste properly? K-Lastic TV. Thank you, Scratch and PPA. I don't know why I didn't see that. You know, I saw them come in. I thought I said hello. I thought I don't know what on earth is with me to not remember that. Forgive me, K-Lastic TV. You should have been on the wheel a while ago. If any of our members happen to see me make that mistake, then please don't be shy. Give me a nudge to make sure that I remember, because members are supposed to be added onto the wheel as soon as I see them in the chat. So we just barely have time to catch the last 3 channels here. I'm just grabbing the first channel here, Soothing and Meditation Music. Hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. It's the first time we're looking at this channel on the screen. I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take one of their videos. I set my reminder for your premiere, but I'm going to take your latest video, add it into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of your channel. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on. I meant to say I'll leave you a comment related to the content of the video. I will get that bell on. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you're subscribed to Tuberchat as well, and you have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Danforth Avenue Wellness, I'm just getting you onto the wheel right now. We're going to look at Eternty Luck Scratcher right now, and these are going to have to be the last 2 channels that I look at for today, so forgive me if I've missed anybody. Eternty Luck Scratcher is up here right now. They come to us from the lottery ticket scratching genre and community of channels, where we find a lot of very generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters. Blur Sunset, forgive me, I missed your channel as well. I've got you on there now. We'll look at that quickly. Eternty Luck Scratcher is here with us frequently in Tuberchat, and they've proven to be a very generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, and have been for a while now. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them and pushing them towards the 400 subscribers that they're thinking about. They just did a 300 subscribers thank you video, which is really cool as well. So let's spin the wheel. Thank you, Michael's Adventures, and thank you to all of our moderators. Every moderator here is a longtime friend of mine. They all have channels of their own, and I hope everybody will connect with all of them. Danforth Avenue Wellness is coming up right now. I'm going to rifle my way through the last couple of channels. Danforth Avenue Wellness has been with us before, but this is the first time we're putting your channel on the screen. The way that we determine the order, how channels get onto the wheel and the screen, is always based on how active everybody is in the chat, not just how long you're here. So it's just something to note as a hint for anybody that's fairly new to Tuberchat, or if you haven't been here many times before, so that the next time you're here you can move up the list a little bit faster. I'm just going to take one of your 6-minute videos here. I'm going to add this into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is, after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list and watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of your video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, turn your notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you're subscribed to Tuberchat as well, and you have our notification bell on, so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Blur Sunset, good to see you in the house. And like I said, I thought this creator had been with us once a long time ago. I'm just going to take your 6-minute video here, add that into my watch later list. Eternity Luck Scratcher, thank you so much for that super chat. I really do appreciate that extra support. Norfolk Dashcam, it's great to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And I am glad to see you doing so well. That's a longtime friend of Tuberchat. Blur Sunset, I'm going to watch that video later, and I will leave you a comment, put your notification bell on, and subscribe, of course. Hopefully you're subscribed to Tuberchat as well and have our notification bell on. Also, the last channel that we're going to look at today is K-Lastic TV. They've actually been a member for a while. You'll have to forgive me. I meant to put that channel on earlier. I thought that I, for some reason, had said hello and done that, but I guess I had not. Luckily, Scratch and PPA, for the 2nd or 3rd time today, has had my back. Like I said, it's very important, these things. K-Lastic TV's been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for quite some time. They bring us delicious-looking content, as you can see. Hopefully, everybody will enjoy connecting with them. We don't have a sub count on this channel right now, but that's okay. We just want to push them towards their next milestone, whatever that might be. We always want to push each other along. So I'm just going to drop the link for our premiere one more time here. Tuberchat Raid is what I'd love for you to say, if you don't mind, when you get there. Please don't forget to give Nora a thumbs up on the way in. Give us a thumbs up on the way out. We're going to go and see a premiere from the Stock Explorer. You'll be able to continue meeting new friends and family members in their live chat the same way that we do here in Tuberchat, and I've pinned that link as well. So if you want to hang out here for an extra 3 minutes, you can clean up your connections here, and then we'll all go over there into their premiere together and mention Tuberchat Raid. Tomorrow we're back 3 hours earlier than we started today, so thank you everybody for the time that you spent. I really do appreciate every moment that everybody's here. Bye bye everyone.